Hello everyone, I'm Yuki Zhang from the University of Southern California. Welcome to my talk entitled RNA-ViT, Reduced Dimension Approximate Normalized Attention Vision Transformers for Latency-Efficient Private Inference. Let's first take a look at data privacy in the news. The first figure indicates that data security keeps occupying the largest portion in U.S. cloud access security broker market. With headlines like Apple's privacy commitment, public concern over data usage, hefty fines for data breaches, and privacy-driven search engine growth, it's clear that there's an urgent demand for enhanced data privacy protection. With the increasing complexity of neural networks, machine learning inference as a service has become an inevitable solution to save significant time, efforts, and costs when employing neural networks. While machine learning inference as a service provides convenience, it also brings data privacy concerns, especially for the scenario where a client and a server has private inference inputs and private models, respectively, want to jointly perform the inference without revealing their private properties to each other. To address the privacy issue here, we turn to private inference, which leverages cryptographic multi-party computation protocols to protect clients' private inference data and servers' private model parameters. While private inference presents provable guarantees on data privacy, it is crucial to note its high computational costs. Specifically, private inference can present more than 60 times longer latency than standard inference. If we take a look at the latency breakdown on transformer, we can see that the nonlinear functions like softmax and GLU are the main contributors to private inference latency. It is widely known that self-attention has quadratic computational complexity with the input size. Recent research have proposed multiple alternative architectures with linear complexity. Therefore, we studied the impact of attention architecture on private inference latency first. We measure the private inference latency for self-attention, linformer, cosine-former, hamburger, soft, and external attention. The results are shown in this table, and we conclude here that the external attention is the most private inference-friendly attention among these alternatives. We further conduct the latency breakdown analysis on self-attention and external attention. In general, consistent with prior work, softmax and GLU occupy the largest portions of private inference latency. We further found that while the latency associated with softmax increases with the number of attention heads, the latency associated with GLU is independent of the number of heads. So the latency of softmax increases as we opt for bigger models, addressing the necessary to reduce the private inference latency according to softmax. Moreover, the latency of GLU is more significant for external attention than for self-attention, so that reducing the latency for GLU is with the same importance as reducing the latency for the softmax for external attention. To better understand why external attention has lower private inference latency than self-attention, we turn to their architectures. We found that the size of the attention map before the softmax in external attention is smaller than the attention map size in self-attention. In other words, external attention compresses the size of the attention map so that each softmax takes in less elements in external attention. Specifically, the attention map size of self-attention is n by n, where capital N is the patch size. The typical value of capital N is 256. In contrast, the attention map size in external attention is n by s, where s is a dimension parameter, which is said to be 64. Motivated by this observation, we propose to further reduce the attention map size and develop reduced dimension normalized attention, or RNA. In RNA, we add one more linear layer before the softmax function to make the attention map size as S1 by S2. Both are tunable parameters. In our work, we set them to 64. Comparing with external attention, which only reduces the attention map size in one dimension, our RNA reduces the attention map size in both dimensions. Prior work has proposed a softmax approximation function to QUAD, which replaces the exponential part in the softmax with quadratic function to reduce private inference latency. However, this is at the cost of classification accuracy. We propose to mitigate the accuracy drop by increasing the power of the quadratic function to make the proposed approximation function closer to the softmax function. The proposed higher-order polynomial softmax approximation, or HOP, is described in the equation. Especially when the power p is an odd number, we use the absolute value of the polynomial part to make sure the attention map is positive. This enhances convergence during the training process. To find an optimal p, we measure the accuracy A to L for different values of p. We use A to L, which is the ratio of accuracy and private inference latency, to evaluate the proposed techniques. A higher A to L indicates a more balanced latency reduction technique. From our results, we observed that the accuracy saturates at power of 4, and the power of 4 also shows the highest A to L. Therefore, we set p to 4 in our work. We present the new private inference latency breakdown of self-attention with HOP, and we conclude here that HOP significantly reduced the latency associated with original softmax function. Recalling that GLU also occupies a large portion of private inference latency, we conduct an analysis of various potential alternatives, including ReLU, LiquidReLU, ReLU6, and rReLU. We compare their accuracy, latency, and A to L, finding that LiquidReLU is the best candidate with highest A to L than other alternatives. So in RNL, we replace GLU with LiquidReLU. Comparing with prior arts, our proposed RNA-ViT achieves the least private inference latency with competitive classification accuracy on CIFAR10, CIFAR100, and Tiny ImageNet. As a summary, with the proposed reduced dimension normalized attention, HOP function, and GLU replacement, RNA-ViT achieves 5.8 times speedup than self-attention ViT and more than 3 times speedup than the state-of-the-art MPC ViT Plus and external attention ViT. Thank you for your attention. Please refer to our paper for more details.